What's up guys, Sam Legend here, back again with another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and in today's video we're going to be going over the free-to-play and pay-to-win teams just like usual for the upcoming KIZUNA Clash Brook. So, like I said, we're going to be going over some free-to-play and pay-to-win teams for this time around, and we're also going to be going over a one-for-all team that I was able to make. So, that's going to be at the end of this video, where I showcase all the other teams first. So, in this video, like I said, we're going to be going over all that stuff, and we're also going to be going over the 15-star difficulty for the Super Boss, but not in this video. It's going to be in the next video coming up, so stay tuned for that video. Without any further ado, without wasting any time, let's get started. So before we actually get into the teams, I just want to quickly go over the actual unit you'll be farming in this KIZUNA Clash, which is going to be this the 5+ Samurai Brook, which you will get the skulls for in the boxes and through the KIZUNA missions that we usually have. So this Brook, this is going to be the 5+ version, so that's the abilities I'm reading off here. It's going to be a Dex Free Spirit Slasher, so it worked really well with a lot of the units coming out now being Free Spirit and Slasher units. His captain ability is going to read that he's going to give a 4x attack boost to Free Spirit and Slasher characters, 4.25 if they have a recovery or a tandem slot. 1.2 HP boost. Going to deal with, he's going to have us give the 10% damage reduction. He's also going to make recovery and tandem beneficial for Slasher and Free Spirit. Overall, not a really bad captain ability. It's not really that amazing. Nothing really too out there. Just some just basic stuff here. Basic attack boost and HP boost, damage reduction, and matching slots. I mean, it's nothing really to be like, oh my god, it's really good. It's not like Raja. I mean, like the KIZUNA Clash Raja also is kind of the same thing here, but I think he's actually a lot better as a captain than this Brook here, but that's just me personally. His special is going to be on the 13-turn cooldown. He's going to reduce a bind and attack down by 6 turns, so really good utility there. He is going to change his own slot into a tandem slot and then give the adjacent slots recovery. So it's actually really good as a crewmate because you can get up to 4 matching slots here. It's also going to let you swap slots 2 times, so I guess you can give certain units certain slots. This actually works pretty well with the Zoro, kind of, because his special ability requires your captain to have a certain orb. I think one of them being tandem slots, so you can actually give whatever captain you have a tandem slot. If you have Zoro on the crew, then you're going to get the full abilities from the special. I mean, that's just one use I can think for him, but I mean, that's just whatever, really. It also makes Perfect easier to hit for 3 turns. He's also going to boost the base attack of the entire crew, not just Slasher and Free Spirit, by plus 750. And then if you hit 3 Perfects in that turn, you're going to get a 1000 base attack boost on the next turn. So it's really good as a crewmate for giving you a base attack boost, and I guess you can get past interrupts with this special here. So that's a bright side to this unit. Great utility, okay orb changing, and the base attack boost is actually pretty nice. Crewmate abilities, nothing to scoff at or nothing to be like amazed about. 50+ base attack for Slash and Free Spirit, and recovery 10 matching for those characters. Limbic abilities really aren't like amazing, except for his hunger. He does have hunger, and he does reduce it by 2 turns, so that's really good for a free-to-play unit to have hunger if you're not relying on legends or rare recruits to have hunger maxed out to use. His support ability is attached to all Dex Slashers, and he's going to swap your slots 2 times at the start of the final stage. So again, like I said, with a special, you can make certain units have certain slots to fulfill whatever requirements they have that need a certain slot to be on them or on certain units. So overall, this Brook is actually not that bad, but he's not really anything amazing. He's kind of just, meh, if you ask me. So with that out the way, we're going to get right on to the teams. Alright guys, so starting off, we're going to be looking at the Dex fight, which is going to let Fighter, Free Spirit, and Slasher units get the cooldown here. So that's where our team's going to be mostly comprised of. On stage 2, we got to deal with 5 turns of damage reduction. And then on stage 3, the enemy is going to have full immunity. He is going to give us random type slots and then make those type slots unfavorable for 5 turns, which is really annoying. He's going to give the crew attack down for 5 turns and also give himself a nullified damage for 1 turn. Both those effects right there go up by 1 after you reach a certain KIZUNA level. So just obviously the new K-Dad unit is going to be really good here because his captain ability is going to remove the attack down for you passively by 10 turns, and his special actually does get rid of damage nullification. Now, if for any reason you don't have a KDAT anywhere as a Frank captain or as a captain, then you can definitely use some other units. One unit that comes to mind straight away is the Raid Buggy that came out a while back now, I want to say. It's a dual unit. If you do have that buggy, then he's really good because he can remove damage nullification by 2 turns. So he does fulfill, he also does fulfill requirements for this KIZUNA class here because he's a slasher unit. So if you have that buggy, I would definitely probably put him on the team if you don't have a KDAT anywhere. So going over the team itself, like I said, we're going to be using KDAT here, and we're also going to be using the KIZUNA Clash 5+ Roger as our captain. So on stage 2, we're going to use Cavendish's special to remove the damage reduction on stage 5, and he's also going to give us a chain lock for I forget how big the chain lock is. I think it's like 2.75, I want to say. Really good chain lock. It's also going to give us a beneficial orb enable for 2 turns, which does bypass the unfavorable type slots that we get on the stage 3. We're also going to use Roger's superclass special to give us a 1.75 attack boost for the crew, just so we can have enough damage output for stage 2. On stage 3, like I said, KDAT's captain ability is going to remove the attack down for us, and his special is going to remove the nullification of damage. He's also going to give us a 3 times attack boost for Slasher, Free Spirit, and Strength characters, which all this crew is. We're also going to use a super class special to give us Wano and Tandem slots for the entire crew, so we're actually doing a lot more damage here. We're going to have the Coliseum Okiku, who is going to give us a 1.75 orb boost. We have this Summer Zoro that came out a while back now. I can't remember exactly where he came out. I want to say around the time Stampede was a thing. He's going to give us a 1.5 color affinity boost, which is not a big boost if you ask me, but it's a boost nonetheless. You don't really need it, but you kind of need it if you're really free to play. And then we're also going to have the buggy here. This event buggy is going to give us a chain boundary effect. And it also does change all slots in the strength, so the tandem slots you get from the KDAT superclass is going to be turned into strength slots, which is why we have the Cavendish here to get around the unfavorable slot debuff. And then Roger's special is going to give us a plus 800 base attack boost, which is really good for a lot more damage output with this team here. Okay, so moving on, we're going to be looking at the pay-to-win team, which is going to be double KDAT as our captains, which is not surprising here. I was able to pull him, so you'll be seeing him in videos now. On stage 2, we're going to be using the Okiku unit that came along with this batch to get rid of the damage reduction on stage 2 and also give us a chain boost. Now we also can use a KDAT superclass special here to give us the Wano and Tandem slots, and then we can also use one of their specials to give us a 3 times attack boost just to get past stage 2, just to make it a little easier. On stage 3, we're going to be using, like I said, KDAT removes the attack down here and give us the 3 times attack boost and everything. And then we can also use the Odin here is actually pretty good because you can use his special first, and then every attack and orb boost after that gets buffed by plus 0.25. So KDAT's KDAT's attack boost becomes a 3.25 attack boost, and Law's orb boost becomes, I think, as a 2.75 orb boost, or 2.5 orb boost. Sorry, I can't do math for some reason. So that's really good that Odin has that ability to do that. He also has a 2.25 times color affinity boost in his special too, so we're going to get that with his special. Now the Wano Law, like I said, is going to give us a 2.25 orb boost, which gets buffed if you use Odin first. It also is going to give us a chain boundary because our captain is Free Spirit and Slasher there. And then we have the Usopp and Yasop unit, who is just extra filler damage, to be honest here. He just gives us a crazy amount of damage here, giving us a guaranteed delay conditional boost because of Captain's Free Spirit, and giving us a plus 1250 base attack boost, and the top ability to give us the Free Spirit resistance inflicted onto the enemy, which is just really is nutty damage with this team right here. Moving on to the quick boss, we're going to be using Free Spirit, Slasher, and Powerhouse units in these teams here. Mostly Free Spirit and Slasher because they're like the best here right now. So in the quick boss for free-to-play teams, first on stage 2, we got to deal with 5 turns of attack down. On stage 3, we have to deal with the enemy being immune to basically all poison and delay, meaning that you can activate a defense down condition boost here, which is exactly what we do for this team right here. He's also going to change all of our type slots that we have into super block slots. So that's really annoying to deal with. You have to go into the fight with slots that can't be changed, or slots that aren't type slots. We also have to deal with 5 turns of damage threshold, and then after that, we get after a certain Kizuna level, the threshold gets up by 1 turn, so it's going to be 6 turns. And then we also get dealt with 5 turns of defense up, which doesn't really matter too much if you can lower the defense of the enemy, because that just makes that useless. So in this team build right here, we're going to be using Straw Hat Crew as our free captain, and the 5+ Roger once again as our captain. On stage 2, we're going to be using the Summer Toki from the Toki event from a while back. She's going to remove the attack down for us and also give us a color affinity boost, which doesn't really help too much, but I thought I'd mention it in case the boss was something that we can have color affinity against. Then we're going to use the Straw Hat Crew to give us a full border rainbow slots, mostly because we can lock those slots with the Roger Superclass special, and then we can carry those rainbow slots into the next stage, so we can avoid the super block slots that would be given to us if we had type slots. On stage 3, we're going to be using the Treasure Map Luffy Ace unit to give us a 1.75 color affinity boost and a 2x attack boost. And then after that, you have to use the Zoro unit to give us the 2.25 orb boost, and he's going to remove the threshold for us by 6 turns. He's a really good unit. Really annoying to use though, because if you use his special first without an attack boost active, he's going to give us a small attack boost. That's why I said use Luffy Ace first, because it gives a bigger attack boost than what Zoro is going to give us. The Uta there is really good here because she's able to apply the defense down conditional boost with her double special activation and gives a chain boost on top of that. So this team is going to be doing crazy amounts of damage, especially with Straw Hat Crew on there. Hitting with them last is going to deal so much damage to the enemy with this team. And for the pay-to-win team, we're going to be looking at Straw Hat Crew once again, with this time a Super Tandem Luffy as our captain. So on stage 2, we still have Toki here, who's going to get rid of the attack down like I said, but this time she's going to have the support of the Treasure Map Jinbei on her, because she is a free spirit unit and all of our units here are free spirit. So when we activate her special, she's going to give us the ability to lock our slots, and then the Luffy is going to the Straw Hat Crew is going to give us all rainbow slots, which lets us keep those slots for the turn and move on to the next stage with them. Now stage 3, we're going to be using Super Tandem Luffy to give us a 3.25 orb boost. Now unfortunately we don't get tandem slots with the special. Then again, yeah, we don't get tandem slots with the special because we have rainbow slots here. It would have been cool to activate Super Tandem there, but I digress. Super Class Special is going to give us the Orb Boost buff and a base attack boost of 1000. Yamato Ace is going to give us a 2.75 attack boost, and the swap ability is going to give us a small chain boundary, which is actually really good still. 8th Any Zoro is the unit we're going to be using here to give us a color affinity boost and to remove some of the threshold. I say that because he only removes 5 turns of it, so after we get that certain KIZUNA level, he's not going to be able to remove any more. That's why we have the raid Bonnie on our crew, to get rid of the rest of that threshold and also to get rid of the defense up, since we don't have a unit on here to actually do that with for us. So with this team here, Ashley does a lot of damage. Especially with, like I said, Straw Hat Crew on there. If we were able to have tandem slots, then we could also, do that too. But you could probably change the units around to do that. But this is just a team I'm going with right now. Still a pretty good team though. And so for the last variation, we're going to be looking at the strength variation, which is going to let strength, dex, and quick units get the cooldown here. So on stage 2, we're going to be dealing with 5 turns of damage threshold. On stage 3, we have to deal with the enemy having poison immunity and defense down, so like the last stage, we can use a delayed condition boost this time around on the enemy. That's if you want to. He's going to also give us block slots, which we can manipulate, unlike super block slots. He's also going to inflict us with 5 turns of attack down and 5 turns of resilience on himself. Both those effects going up by 1 after you reach a certain KIZUNA level. And on top of that, we also get dealt with hunger. Now hunger is pretty stupid to deal with, because not a lot of free-to-play units have hunger as one of their limit break abilities. You just saw earlier it was Brook that had hunger, and I also mentioned the same thing here. So we're going to deal with hunger another way with this team here. So on stage 2, we have the KIZUNA Clash Dofi removing the threshold for us and also giving us some matching slots, which then we can use the Sea Monster special ability to give us a 1.75 orb boost, which if we hit our perfects, we can get a 2x orb boost in the following stage, or in the following turn anyway. On stage 3, we can use the Uta's double special to remove some of the attack down there and give us a 1.1 chain boost. And then the Sanji in the Zoro unit there is going to give us the recovery slots through block orbs, which is why I said we're going to be dealing with the hunger a different way here. So they're going to give us recovery slots, which then we can use to get rid of some of the hunger. And that's only if the Luffy you're bringing isn't like not max, but at least a level 3 hunger, because that Luffy we as a captain does have hunger removal. But if it is not at full, then we can waste a recovery slot on getting rid of the rest of the hunger there. And they're also going to give us a chain boundary effect. And since the enemy isn't immune to everything, they're also going to inflict increased damage taken to the enemy by 1.3 times. So it's really just extra damage at that point. And then the support on them is the Arena Farnosuke, which when you activate a special attaching, with the Farnosuke here, he's going to remove 2 turns of attack down, which is actually going to remove the rest of the attack down after the stage where the KIZUNA bumps up the numbers, because Uta, like I said, only removes some of it, like 4 turns of it, I think it is. So the Farnosuke really helps out here. The last type Luffy is going to give us a 2.75 attack boost for all of our units. And the Arena Bonkichi is going to deal inner turn damage so that we can get around the resilience there. So this team, they have the attack boost or boost from the sea monster. Just a lot of boosts active here. It's going to help us deal a lot of damage to this boss here. And so for the last pay-to-win team here, until we get to the One For All team, is going to be a Super Tandem Law, and a last type Luffy team. So on stage 2, we're going to be using the Kuzan to remove the damage threshold for on stage 2, and it's also going to give us a attack boost for 2 times. On stage 3, we can use Robin Jinbei special to remove the attack down completely, and they're going to give us a plus 1,000 base attack boost for the team. Make sure to use that before Luffy special, because if not, Luffy's the only one that's going to have base attack boost, and that's just not going to work for crazy amounts of damage. Then speaking of him, last time Luffy we're going to use his special to get a 2.75 attack boost, and then his super class special, I meant super type special, that's a typo there, super type special to give us the plus 1.0 chain boost. And the support brule on him is to get around the block slot, since none of these units actually do that, which kind of sucks. I wish the Super Tandem Law actually removed block slots for everybody and not just himself like the kid does, but it's whatever really. The Super Tandem Law, speaking of him, is going to give us a 2.5 times orb boost for Free Spirit and Cerebral, which all these units are. And then the Sanji Pudding is going to give us a 2.25 times color affinity boost for Fighter and Fighter and Cerebral, which again all these units are, except for the Kuzan. So he's probably going to he's going to be hitting the least amount of damage here. And then the Choppermon is here because he does have a special that deals in turn damage. But it also does delay the enemy too. So what you can do is, if you have this unit right here, being the Treasure Map Rare Recruit Usopp, if you attach it to Choppermon, he is going to apply a delay conditional boost to the enemy, and Chopper, delays the enemy, so you can get an extra boost of damage from the special and the support ability right there. But if you don't have it, it's fine. It's not in the world. You're still doing like a lot of damage to this team here. Alright, so going over the One For All team, now I will say this team isn't like originally like from scratch. I actually did have inspiration for this team from one of my Discord members, so shout out to you, Smoker-san, for giving me the inspiration for this team right here. The way the team is built, I have all the stats on the side so you can see what they're used for. So K-Dad's here because he provides the 3 times attack boost, like in every other clip I've shown here. He's going to also remove the attack down by his captain ability and remove the damage nullification with the special, so it really helps for what stages 1 and 2, I think, and 3 I think of this, because they all deal attack down, so you don't have to actually bring an attack down remover here. The Zoro unit here, from the Treasure Map Zoro here, is going to provide all those chain or sort of boosts, like the one that ups your chain for every perfect you hit, and the other one that I think is a chain multiplicative boost. And it's just really good for this fight here. He also is going to remove threshold, which is actually pretty important, because I think on stage, I want to say it's stage 2, that you have to deal with 6 turns of threshold, which is what he's here for. He gets rid of all those turns. And he also has the super class ability of giving us a 2.5 times attack boost, which we can use on all the stage 2s to give us extra damage on those stages. The Hiyori there is here to give us Wano slots. That's like literally all she's there for. You can use her on stage 2 to get us a full board of Wano slots, and she locks them for a turn, so you can carry them into the next stage. And she also has the Hunger ability, which if you have it at level 3, you can remove the Hunger on stage 3 of the Strength fight when you get afflicted with that. The General Frankie here provides us the 2.5 times Ore boost for everybody, since everyone has that secondary class that he mentions in his special. And he also has the top ability of giving us a 2 times color affinity boost, which is just really good here. So we don't have to actually bring a support that gives us a smaller color affinity boost. Because I was thinking about bringing the super class Odin unit, the Sai Odin, because he does have the ability to give us a color affinity boost for slasher characters, I think it is, which basically all these units are. But since we have the General Frankie here, we don't need that. The Bobbin here is mainly for his defensive effect removal, being defense up mainly because we don't have a defense reducer on here. And I think Threshold, I think it is, for stage 2 on the Strength fight. That's really all he's there for. Plus he's just really good. And then we have the Sun Girl and Zorojiro unit. They provide the chain boundary, and they can inflict increased damage taken for the last 2 stages, the last 2 fights, because they're not fully immune to everything. And on top of that, we also have the support of Koshiro on that unit, who's going to give us a 0.7 chain boost, and he's going to that chain boost can be buffed by Zoro's Captain ability, because I think if you tap on Zoro, if you have a chain boost and Zoro has a Wano or Tano slot, he does buff it by 0.2, so it becomes, I think 0.25, I think it is, so it becomes like a 0.95 chain boost, which is actually not that bad. So this is basically the entire team. We also have the Victoria Punk ship, which does up the damage depending on what slots your units have. So they have a Wano slot, they get the 1.65 or something attack boost from the ship, so that's really good that I have that ship there. But yeah, this is a really solid team right here. My Discord member had a different build, so I kind of built upon that and kind of just went my own way with it. But this is a team you can definitely use to take on all of the fights in the 10-star difficulty of Brook. Alright guys, so hopefully that wasn't too terribly long. I know I talked a lot in that video, and hopefully I got all the information out that I need to get out for you guys. So like I said, in the next video coming up is going to be the Super Boss. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I will see you guys in the next video.